Hello, hello, hello. We were trying to wait
Hello.
around. Yeah, we got Keeley. Gary's MIA tonight, and we were trying to wait around on Tiffany, but she's not here yet, so we decided we'd go ahead and get started. And
Um,
so I'm just going to quickly say hello to everybody. I see JFD and Tina and Shalana and TJ. I thought I saw Gallet. Let me see. Gallet. Wild card. Hello, there's Tiffany. There
no,
she is.
I was just about to message Tiff as well.
Look,
Sorry,
hello.
fashionably late.
Oh, there's Jenny and Janie and Dreamy. Yeah, I was just and Angie C. I was just telling everybody we was trying to wait around on you and was like, she might have forgot.
No, I
I
didn't forget.
know.
I was trying to eat and
Get lost beyond Pluto's stream. I don't think she does a lot of guest streams. She
Hi,
has in the
Tina.
past occasional, but not often. There's Evelyn and Tina, yes. Mandy G, I can't remember if I said hello. I'm trying to kind of catch everybody and say hello as you come in. So how's everybody doing this afternoon?
oh, not bad. Come on, kitty, move.
Hey, kitty
Alan.
kitty.
He's not happy. He had to move.
Oh.
Poor
Hello,
baby.
hen. Yeah, we're missing poor Gary today. He is performing though. His band is doing a wedding this afternoon.
Ah,
Yeah, so
Mhm.
he's doing the singing today, and so we hope he's having a good time. I'm sure everybody's enjoying it. Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Alan. I'm sorry I missed you. Isa, hello.
Hello,
And if I
hello.
missed anybody, y'all, you know me. It's blonde for a reason. TJ, are you talking about yes, the Gone Girl comparison with Amber on Jador Depp? Have y'all seen that?
I've not seen it yet,
Ooh,
but
sweet
I've been
Chassie,
it's been
I've
hello.
highly.
shared it, but
Man, it is so it's creepy. It's
No, it
really
is. I
creepy.
already seen the comparison,
Movie.
so I know that this is so I know that this is going to be spot on as well.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it. I've been busy with the little ones, but I am going to watch it.
Yeah, that is
I'm on the
I actually
phone.
watched it I actually watched it early this morning, and JFD's watching City of Lies. Cool. But that is really good. And, I had heard the comparisons. I'd never seen the movie, so,
Oh, you need to
I didn't
watch
know
the
anything about.
film. It's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, well, you know how often I even turn my TV on, so. So I don't get to see
Okay,
a lot,
watch.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it'd be a good movie, but it's just kind of like she watched the movie and was like, okay, and this is next. This
Hey,
is what I do
Alan.
next. You know what I mean? I was,
No, no. It is. It's literally like, because I remember when I first came into
I
this
guess
community, I heard a lot of people saying that they've seen a lot of similarities between
Sandy.
Amber and Gone Girl, and instantly I watched it then. So I know that this video is going to be spot on because a
Yeah,
lot of people have been saying it for a bit now as well.
yeah, yeah. And hello, Sandy and Megan. So, and if I missed you, come in. I'm sorry. I don't know. Y'all know I don't mean to. But Janie said she hadn't seen it either. That's me. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't have time to. And somebody asked, and I'm sorry, it's already went on by, but somebody asked, is there two live charity streams?
1 second.
Well, we're doing one, and then I believe Les and Shelby and Stevie are going to do one for
Shelby's
CHLA.
Shelby's organising the other one. I think.
Okay. Oh, Dreamy, I'm sorry, your wrench disappeared. I don't have my other phone with me today. I'll tell you what, I'll write your name down, and when we get done with this stream, I'll fix your wrench back for you. Okay. Hi, Carol. Let me just make a note of it so I don't forget. Wrench. So, what did y'all think about the all the tweets that Adam did this week?
Oh,
I
he's
mean, him
been.
being himself.
Yeah, go on, Tiff.
He's a sassy man.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Phantasmagorical.
See, this
Hey,
is the
You.
here's what Amber doesn't understand. In order to have
Susan.
proper sass, it is best to have something to back it up with.
Oh God, that response to her, to him from her was just like, really?
I was taken
did
back to
better when
kindergarten.
yeah, that's what I was like. I remember hearing it was kind of like nanny baby, it was that kind of response.
I was like,
It was just so
just
childish.
wait, she may escalate to duty head next.
Exactly. Oh, Sandy says the charity stream will be the last live stream that she's on for this month, and after that, she's going to be taking a break from social media for a bit. Well, we'll miss
Gonna miss
you.
ya.
Yeah, I'm glad you're going to be there. And yes, JFD, Adam is the king of Twitter. I agree totally.
He's just been dropping them mics left, right, and center, and literally showing people where things have been lied or corrupted or overseen, and dropping it. And have you seen that video on Instagram that Ted put on?
Showing about the death threats. A bitch.
This is
Sorry.
Yes,
I've
we're
not got the
terrifying
time
them.
to give anybody any type of threats. We're here because we're against threats, against violence, against bullying. We're not about that. It's a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing.
Yeah. Well, you look
I mean,
at what Jennifer Howard has been
there's
going
some
through.
girls on Twitter who came up on my feed, and they believe that the death threats were leveled, and they believe that those were not screenshots.
Yeah.
And they were kind of harping on the community about calling it a conspiracy.
Oh my God.
So,
God.
So that's been what's been going on my Twitter feed today. Here's the thing. If they're real, then yes, absolutely, person needs to be talked to. That is not how we're supposed to act. We are representing a whole bunch of other people who are looking for justice, and we don't want to come off that way. But number two, if those of us who have not seen the screenshots or seen it in that person's Twitter feed who is being accused happen due to lack of evidence as far as we have seen, as far as I've seen, are thinking there's more behind this than meets the eye, then we should not be attacked for that. We've got to stop this internal policing of each other's Twitter's accounts. It's getting old. And I'm real tired of it.
Yeah, but if anybody is actually putting threats out there, pack it in.
Yeah. That's not what any of this is about. It's not, and it doesn't represent any of us.
I don't feel like that there is, to be honest. I don't feel like that any of us are doing that.
Until I saw that tweet where those girls were talking, I hadn't seen anything. I had gone on Eve Barlow's feed. I even looked on AH's feed, and I did not see the tweets that they're talking about. Now, that doesn't mean they're not real.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that they're not real. There may be somewhere further down the line. And yes, the person should be questioned about that. And yes, they absolutely should apologize if that's the case. My problem is we've got to stop telling people what to tweet. We've got to stop this internal attacks against one another. We got to stop these sentences with the whole, I know y'all not, and then going off.
Yeah.
Like, I get on to these folks when they start calling him grandpa and everything. We've all seen those tweets. Like, I'm not jumping on you for that. I know you're young. And you're going to say those things. I may not think that they are the joke that they think it is. Because that's how people tear people like me down and a lot of other neurodiverse. the way we look, the way we dress all the time, but I don't jump on them. So they need to stop jumping on us.
Well, and like the thing is there's no reason to level insults. I mean, yeah, we all call her the turd or the knob-slobbing arse, as Sandy calls her. But the thing is there's no reason to lob insults at people who support her, because I feel like that the facts of this case is enough. Now, they're not willing to accept it for whatever reason. From what I understand, you can't engage them. You can't show them the facts and there be any kind of, response. But
just block these people. Block it. Block Eve Barlow.
Bitch, bye.
Quit letting these people be a problem that is dividing up the community and getting us to argue against each other and police each other.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Linda can hear an echo. Is there one of y'all got your computer sound on? I'm on a phone, so I know it's not.
I've got my headphones
playing in the background.
Yeah. And
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Between the three of us. Normally we can't we?
Turn my volume down just in case it is mine, because I can't hear it, but I'll turn my volume down some to see if that helps any. And yeah, humility said that was well said, Tiffany. And you're right. Yeah. And so let's see.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's fake accounts being created to make people in the Johnny Depp community look like the arguing vets, because I don't feel like anyone from this community are. We're a very caring and loving community. So I feel that there'll probably be a high chance that fake accounts might have been created to send him. Sorry, Tommy, you okay?
No, I was just trying to think. Look, I pulled up this.
All right.
Yeah, and I was trying to think who that is. I'm not sure. I missed something. Does anybody know who Susan's talking about?
She's talking about that artist that AH and her friends stole her design. Remember that happened back some time ago?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. And
sorry, I'm laughing at Tina's comment.
Oh, she's like, I thought we were having JDL. I wish, Tina, boy, this would be the happiest stream ever if Johnny showed up. And Johnny, if you're out there, you're welcome to come on anytime. I will send you the invite personally.
Is it wrong that I would just sit back and just like watch as Tammy kind of like went there in the headlights for once, and I just like,
I know.
And I'd be like, excuse me, Mr. Depp, I'm sorry, but I'm going to need some popcorn for this.
Yeah.
Give me like 5 minutes.
And I like what Johnny's girl, Deb, says. She says she uses everyone. That is why her psycho friends and her fans do the death threats for her instead of doing the death threats for her. She's a coward. And that's true. And she does use everybody. Oh, wait a minute here. Shalana. I looked at the account that the tweet originated from that said the girl threatened AH, and the account doesn't even exist.
Yeah, it said it was some chick by the name of Brooke. Now, I've seen a book around Twitter who had gotten a couple of pictures where she had actually met him. But I don't know if that was actually her or whether somebody tried to do a fake account and do all that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the first time somebody has faked one of our accounts.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, and didn't you do a video about that, Keeley? When well, it wasn't necessarily about that, but about the algorithm and her Instagram. Didn't you?
Oh yeah,
on everybody about that.
Yeah, on what's it called? Social Tracker. If you search Social Tracker on Google or any searching browser, and you go you type in Amber Heard and you go on her Instagram followers, then they're very suspicious. Like if you look at any other celebrity, you'll see like a slow gain every day, or like you'll see like a pattern of the way that they gain followers. But Amber Heard, she'll like gain like 5,000 followers, and then she'll gain like 200 followers the next day, and the next day she'll like lose 8,000 followers. It's very weird. It's very, very weird the way they does it. I'll try and see what it is this week. Let me have a look. Let me have a look what it is at the minute.
And didn't you find where that's representative of bots, though?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
It looks like where bots are being bought, and then they're running out, and she's having to rebuy them.
And that whole thing, and I know I keep going over this. I'm saying that when they showed the screenshots that I found in my feed, it had it under the name Brooke. I'm not saying she did it at all. It could be another fake account because they did it to Infamous One. They made a fake parody account of her. They did it to Grief too, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was something like that again.
Yeah. Oh, and Dreamy had a good idea. Is there anyone in our community who's a tech expert? They could explain what you're seeing in that jumping and dropping of her followers. That's a good idea. And Angie, yeah, she's doing better. She's getting there. She's still a pain in the butt, but she's doing better. Thank you for asking. Hello, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Did y'all see that? I think it's a meme or something that's going around where somebody used her picture and something about paying with Australian dollars for bots. Did y'all see that?
Look at this. On average, she gets 20 followers a month, but her followers literally go up by 1,000. Tammy, I'm going to see if I can share me screen with you. I can show you. Share screen.
And Elizabeth, I think you showed. Hi. Anyone I've missed saying hello to if you've come in the last few minutes? Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Right. Tell me when you got it on. Oh God, I'm on the wrong thing. Right. Does it come up on your screen?
I don't have anything on my screen.
It should come up at the bottom, like in where the guests are. It should come up as a request near there.
Yeah, got that.
Yeah, one minute. Anyway. Right. I hate having a bloody mouth plugged in. Right, 1 minute. 1 second. Why is it not letting me press it?
Ooh.
Right, let me stop it and start again.
Silver.
Share screen.
Well, welcome. This is Silver Willow's first live stream.
Hi,
Yay.
Silver Willow.
Oh, you never know what might happen here. We tend to get just a little bit stupid. We usually talk about some serious stuff like we're doing right now, but yeah, it usually ends up insane. For the divorce, supposedly. Yeah, they're saying yes, and the tweets that they are saying that Brooks said were before the divorce, supposedly. So, I mean, and that's the whole thing. You can ask Keeley. I tell anybody that, wants to talk to me on Twitter, I always tell you, or wants me to say something, I always say, you tag me in it or I'll never see it, because I do not look through my tweets or anything, because it's so toxic and so insane. And and especially with dealing with the AH stands, good God, y'all got a lot more nerves than I do. I can't handle it.
It's so childish, and it really does. I'm like, why do we have to continue to pick and pull internally? We got enough people attacking from the outside. What is the point of policing everybody's Twitter feed? Let's focus on the fight and quit fighting each other. we can be adults and agree to disagree. And even if you are a teenager, if you haven't heard that before, now's a good time to learn.
Exactly. And, you know, the thing is, like she said, we're all adults. People are going to do what they want to do. But we have a pretty good fight to fight. And, you know, it's a really important message. So, you know, that's what we need to be focusing on. And we need to just put our minds to that. Focus on the fight, not one another. Tiffany, 2021. Yay!
Facts. I mean,
very well.
I've been doing this for a long, long time, and a lot of reason why the autistic community is so strong is all of us come from different backgrounds. Not all of us have the same religious beliefs or anything like that, but we focus on the end goal. If we want to have discussions about things that we disagree on, we take it to the DMs. We have enough enemies on the outside to not give them ammo by going on our feeds and having these types of arguments.
Yeah.
And if it bothers you enough personally that it is hurting you, then you are within your rights to simply block that person. But again, don't do it in a public hemisphere where our enemies, so to speak, can see.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, we all know she's going to use anything she possibly can. Look how she went after 200 different accounts. And so when she does this, I mean, I don't know how many of y'all caught Tug's video about this yesterday, about her video. And he's like, you know, make no mistake. And I thought the same thing when I saw it. She can use that and go into court. So, but see, you see, they did threaten me. That's why I need these 200 accounts. Can I please have them? Please. Yeah, and that's the thing. She will use anything possible.
I'd suggest if you do see this genuinely happening, bring it to the group chats or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be fighting among each other.
Got it down to 2.
Stay. We've got to stay strong and, you know, stay together, haven't we?
Exactly. Yeah, because, I mean, we got a long way to go. And then I do feel like that if we allow her, we give her the rope, let her continue to, because every time she tweets something,
there's
a little deeper.
Every time she posts something, there's always an internal fight somewhere. And that's what she wants. It's divide and conquer. And it's not the only time I've ever seen it before.
Well, think about what she did with Johnny. Think about it. Whenever someone's pulling what she was pulling with Johnny, one of the first things they do is separate them from the people that cares about them. It's the same thing on Twitter, just using different means, but it's reaching the same goal. If she can tear us apart, then, you know, I mean, and that's the thing. Custom art. That's the one that she stole the unicorn or made the order and didn't pay for it, or I can't remember, but it's basically ripped her off.
Hats.
Yeah, because she's cheap ass and don't like paying for it.
It was directed at us. Definitely directed at us. She don't have it. I mean, I'm sorry, but the woman can't have that many fans. Maybe some little horny boys.
I tried to share my screen with you, but there's nothing more I can do. I think it's like because you're trying to follow me, but because it should come up on your screen at the bottom. But if it's not coming up, it don't matter. I'll just send you a link, and you can see it.
I ain't got anything coming up. Jamie,
I'm not doing it right now. I'll try doing it.
I don't know why you got Honey on your iPad. Oh Lord. Let's see. Sandy says, just give the nameless artist serious side eye on the things that post on social media. Benjamin Chew can use everything that the nameless artist has on social media against her in court. And that's true. And that's why I said, every time she speaks on social media or opens that thing, her mouth, it's just something, she's digging a little deeper. She's digging that hole. She keeps it. Let's let her dig it. Let her dig that hole, because you know what? It's just less we got to do. We just sit back and watch,
Exactly.
And that's right. We stand for all victims of justice. And that's the thing. It's not just Johnny, and it's not just about fame. It's not just about you. It's about victims. And that's what we have to keep in mind. It's about victims. Just like with this charity stream that we're going to do on the 25th, what spurred us on to do this is what's been happening to Jennifer Howell since she did the right thing. She was honest. She told the truth. And that has caused her to have her business threatened, her life threatened, her family threatened.
Sorry, go on. I was just going to say, do you think it's very funny that since Jennifer came out with this, that she's been coming out with this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Since Jennifer's come out and said, I've been getting threats, now she
comes out with this. Well, of course. Of course, because Jennifer Howell got attention. Well, she can't have that. And everybody felt sorry for her. And she can't have that. So she thought she would do, Rob and them were laughing about it yesterday. I got tickled that trying to put her boobs out. You got to have them to make them stick out first, honey. And not mosquito bites. They don't count.
It looked like they were crying in pain. It looked just so pinched and bunched out. I felt sorry for her poor tatas.
Yes.
Must put the things through.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, woo, woo. They just kind of like that. They're only that big, Yeah.
I'm like, I am inspired by your A cups, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and now I agree with Judy. She says, I think H will take anyone down who tells the truth.
No, we're not. But nobody shaming going on here.
Not shaming anyone for having that sort of size. It's just, I'm saying that's not how you treat your poor girls.
Exactly. And I agree with what Gary I think it was Gary that noticed that she's there on that public beach and you can see people in the background.
Yeah.
Nobody's even looking at her as they walk by. Nobody. And it's like, where's all that fame? Yeah. Oh, you only had it when you were with Johnny, because now even the people who could care less about all this, they just make fun of you for that terrible accent that I hear you had in whatever that Zack Snyder stuff.
She can't do a British accent, like, at all.
Why did she? Did she have a British accent in the first movie? For any of y'all who saw the first movie, did she have a British accent?
Not that I can remember. I did watch the first movie. I'm pretty sure that somebody said that she tried to do a British one in the first one, but I don't care to watch it to try and remind myself.
Big Daddy-o, hello.
I wasn't going to watch it anyway. I'm a Marvel fan. So
I'm a Marvel fan.
And now he asked who was holding the camera. That was really strange because they didn't want to look at her either. Hi, John.
No. It was the glare. The glare did it.
It was the glare.
It was all the glare.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Somebody, I don't know who asked me that, but somebody asked, was it intended for us? I believe it was. Yeah. I really believe it was. I believe it was in response.
Because she loves us so much.
Yeah, I think it was in response to what Jennifer put out. And, I mean, I'm sorry. Let's see. British. Okay, so Big Daddy says she did not in the first one, and it was so bad and corny. Amber Turk cannot do a British accent. No, she can't.
She has a worse British accent than I do, even though I was over for 2 weeks, mine's pretty bad. It sounds like bad Queen's English.
She says, Lisa said, I think it was a Google Nest that is motion detected, but her device was trying to run away from her. No, I didn't want to film you. You're a bad actress.
On a Family Guy. No. I need that in a Family Guy now.
Oh God! I mean, let's see, Megan, was it? I'm surprised they let her continue with it in the Snyder Cut. I don't understand why they didn't stop it when she tried to. Yeah, I mean, but from what I understand, I think Snyder's kind of he kind of has a crush on her too. Hello, Carol.
I don't know what's up with that.
Well, here's the thing. With her personality, she, I mean, according to what was said in court, she was diagnosed with it was a bunch, but one of them is borderline personality disorder and narcissistic something another. So with those type of people, they normally are very charismatic and people really are drawn to them. What the problem is that they can't keep up that act, because at first, just like how it's been noted on more than one occasion, when she first got with Johnny, she started imitating Johnny. And that's what they'll do. They'll become everything you want. They can't keep that up. And that it's when
or even, in my case, not necessarily everything I want, but they could detect that I was not going to date or trust anyone that's not part of my neurodiverse tribe. So I'm going to read up on what the symptoms are, what the traits are, and I'm going to pretend to have this diagnosis to get this person who doesn't trust normally a certain type of people. I'm going to pretend to be the type of people that she would actually interact with.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what they do. And by the time you realize what's going on, it's just kind of like with love bombing. And that's one of the claims that Johnny made, is that, he was love bombed. And yes, personality of a wet mom. But that's the thing. She goes in and by the time you realize it, it's too late. You're already screwed. You're already in too deep. And, she's got you. Probably Rob. If he's taking a break, she's talking to him. I'm sure she did. See, they do it on my stream too. Let's see. Big Daddy said, that's what happens when she spends so much time with Meghan Markle. She clearly picked up some of her bad acting skills. This will go down in history. How not to sound British.
No, I'm not going to sleep, Tina.
John called it stink bombed. That's the
I don't know. If it were a stink bomb, like a skunk, I think he would have been warned in time. He would have been like, oh, hey, wait a minute.
Shalana said a wet mop has more personality and talent. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a better actress than she is. And
if she didn't have
a paper bag.
If she didn't have her looks, I don't think she would have gone so far. But them looks ain't last forever.
Yeah. Carol says, as my gran used to say, she has lights on, but no one's at home. Yeah, I remember that one too. And, it just, I do believe, though, getting back to that whole little thing, I believe that was meant for us. And, I was thoroughly grossed out, so thank you. And I didn't believe a damn word you said, so thank you yet again.
All I can say, if you just comes by, like I always say on my channel, if she happens to come by randomly, all I have to say is, I don't care. If I wanted to see your content, I would come on to your Insta. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel. I don't care about anything that comes out of her mouth. If I wanted that type of behavior, I would still be with my ex. And I promise you, it would probably be a lot more convenient than having to deal with her. I don't understand why we're even like going over to her content other than to police if she's bullying and harassing someone. I don't care what she has to say. I don't care what she's wearing. I don't care about her opinions on anything because all she spews is lies anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing she says is a single original thought of any kind. So why, in God's name, does it matter unless she's actually harassing and targeting one of us? That's just how I feel on it.
Yeah. Sandy wants to know how she became a stripper. So she's giving a serious side eye, scratching her head. She worked at the cheap titty bar.
Hey, Sandy, some guys are not picky. Some guys.
Yeah.
Some guys just
look at glare.
I mean,
Our biggest fan
is a term for a reason. As long as she looked good at the time in her little outfit and did the moves, they probably didn't care what her personality was like.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it.
Yeah. And, you know, I've been to a few strip clubs over the years. I was curious about them as I became an adult. So, you know, I'd been to male strip shows, so I wanted to see what a woman's strip show was. And I went to a few times. And there's some beautiful women in there, and I get why they take their clothes off. My body looked like that. I'd be wandering around naked all the time. But there was also some women, it's like, why would you do that? You know, please put that back on. You know?
I mean, everyone's beautiful to someone, Tammy.
Yes. Diamond says she probably got fired as soon as she started. Her dance skills are so robotic, she wouldn't even be able to do the robot dance right. That means there's somebody in this world I can dance better than. The village has lost its city and it resides in California. Oh, God. Tina, you're getting me now. I'm trying.
I don't know. I go in between. She's one of the stupidest people to ever open her mouth to thinking she's clever, to thinking she's an idiot savant when it comes to certain things.
Well, I think what it is she's manipulative. That word, you know, manipulate with the IBE on the end of it. I can't say it. Her streeter name was Skeeter.
Oh, stop. You're going to break Tammy in a minute.
I was going to say something. I don't know who had that comment. Skeeter! Y'all don't know what that means here where I'm at.
Come on, spill the beans. Learn us some Alabama slang.
Yeah, I mean, that's just when I hear someone called Skeeter, I picture a toothless redneck in the mountain, or, you know, toothless person off in the middle of nowhere.
What she hears is the dueling banjos. Bam-a-dam-dam-dam-dam-dam.
Yes, Byron. It was phantasmagorical. She knows what a Skeeter is around here. I mean, that's the dueling banjos type. Yes. But somebody had said something about if they saw her walking down the street, they'd run. And the first thing that ran through my mind was, I remember, because Tina's been doing all the sayings, and I remember the saying, if I saw her on fire, if I run up to her, she's on fire, I wouldn't walk across the street to piss on her. And that's how I feel about her.
You're not the only one.
Let's see, I think she's a train crash waiting to happen. People, and that's true. People can't stop watching. I do believe, and I'll.
I'll say it again. They
Lucia.
were crying for help in that video. They would look like they were crying. Save us!
I know.
What's a skeeter?
I look at the destination where we are.
But back to the train wreck thing. I gotta admit, I check her Twitter and I check her Instagram, and I just look to see if she's done anything stupid today.
Like dealing with my brother, but worse.
Yeah.
Has she been drinking the wine tonight? Let's check.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why that's the only reason I even go on her Twitter or her Instagram. I'm not following her.
No,
but I do check just to see if she's how drunk did you get last night? Did you say anything stupid? Did you do anything stupid?
I don't know. Is her name Amber?
She been. Oh my god, y'all are so good. Y'all are so good. I don't think she's ever sober, Shane.
Probably not.
Wasn't it the one who testified in London said she drank on average 3 bottles of wine a night? See, Echo Spice says the amount of damage that woman has done, she's burned so many bridges by now. Her career will likely be done with no matter how it all turns. And yeah, I think that is definite.
Yeah, because everyone's just going to see her as toxic.
Yeah, and she's gonna be seen as a troublemaker. I mean, because you gotta think about, even if you're not involved in this case at all, everybody knows about it. You know, especially if you're in Hollywood, and just like with her subpoena and Disney and all this stuff, all the crap she's done. You can't be someone who has anything to do with a movie who would be like, yeah, let's go hire that crazy chick that is suing Johnny Depp and was married to her. The one that subpoenaed Disney and wanted all their information. I don't think she's going to be able to get a job. I really don't.
And then Disney guys around here. Tell me about the crazy chick that shit the bed.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
That's the one we want in our next movie. She's our next leading lady, the leading man's love interest, the chick that shit the bed.
Imagine that thing for what you're known for, though.
That's horrible. To know that you'll go down in history as the crazy bitch that tried to ruin Johnny Depp and you shit in his bed.
One of my friends said that they should do a South Park episode where, like, the poop stood up and went, how?
The crack me up.
And do a song and dance number like Mr.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
He's testifying on stand.
Turd is the word. She poopy. Oh God, I don't think I could take that, Joni.
The comment that Hen put up, please. No.
I hope.
You had to put it on the screen. I'm trying not to look at it.
Oh my God, go back. Love interest of Mr. Hanky.
Christmas pose.
Yes.
Hey. Welcome to Crazy Sunday.
She has built a nice CV now. She said, yes, the mouse don't mess around. I knew someone who worked for Disney. He said the legal department was scary. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't see.
But she's going to be in all these movies, right? I'm sure she
Yeah,
is.
sure.
She wishes.
Is.
I want to know how she can be such a busy girl and yet be losing work for her defamation case.
Yeah, because, according to her, she's lost $100 million. Yet Johnny Depp's
$100
one of the
million.
highest paid actors in the world. And he only gets, I think, was it around $20 million per movie?
Something like that.
Oh, Sabby, you never know what you've arrived into when you show up in one of my streams.
What did I
It's
miss?
liable to be anything going on in here, let me just tell you. Yes, she doesn't. What Janie said, I'm actually hoping that she didn't poop the bed and had to do it because that would annoy her the most. Oh, God. That's one of the things with her. I mean, so much of the other stuff, really everything else that has went on between the two of them, you kind of expect it, especially when there's a contested divorce and one person was abusive to the other.
And that's all degrading as well.
Yeah, it's part of the course. I mean, there are some weird things like the meat, in Australia and the gravy. Those are kind of odd, but they're not as odd as she shit the bed.
I know, but how degrading is that for your partner? For your partner to defecate on your marital bed? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you had like an illness and you had incontinence, then that's different. But this is purposely defecating.
Yes.
On purpose.
Shit on him. Basically, that's how I feel about you.
Yeah.
I know I'm laughing, but it's fucked.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've never heard of an adult. I don't even know of any kids that I've never heard of anyone purposely shitting the bed. That's a whole new level of low. And yeah, I mean, I don't get it. That's been the one thing for me that's kind of like, do you get any? This is just wow, Alan said, H will be so unpopular at this rate, she won't even be able to get on a bus. And that's true. That's true. Oh, God. Phantasmagorical says she's going to end up on OnlyFans with simps with poop fetishes. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yuck. And Asa, you're right. It does take a vile person to do that. Yeah. And Saba makes a good point, too. It doesn't matter what happens going forward. Her credibility is lost. She'll forever be the poopy girl.
Ted.
I mean, I could even buy it if she was too drunk to get to the bathroom. But I'm sorry, even if I didn't clean, if something happened like that, and even if I didn't clean, I'd still clean that up because I wouldn't want nobody to know. And she'd have to know that people were going to know, unless, I don't know, maybe the group she hangs around with, Toilet and all that bunch, maybe it's normal for them to do something like that. She stated that she stated that it was Hazard, that it was some kind of.
No, a prank would be laying fake poop. A prank would be, those joke stores where you can get the fake poop that's like made out of like goop and just putting it down there. That would have been a joke. That would have been a prank. Actually doing it, that's not a joke. That's somebody that's just freaking nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like Robin says here, I've seen that pic. Someone had to get up on the bed, squat, and lay it down. And that's
I don't need visuals.
Oh, have you not seen the picture?
Yeah, I've seen the picture, but
Oh,
I don't need
I don't need visual.
Oh, they did it.
Said she has no class. Johnny is all class. And, and for Johnny, that was the final straw. That's when he was like, ooh, I'm going to go ahead and file for divorce now. So Janie said she probably planned to blame Johnny like every other thing. True. If it hadn't got out that she'd done it, I believe we would see as one of the incidents. And Johnny shit the bed. And he left it on my side. And it was just so cruel to me. Yeah.
God, she's cruel to me.
She's just a narcissistic one.
She really is. She really is. I mean,
her illogical nonsense hurts my brain. Maybe I should sue.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm suing her for the trauma of insulting my intelligence and my sense of logic. Can that be a thing?
It should be. It should be. We could all.
It has caused me mental distress.
Yeah. Yeah, and Elizabeth said that Mr. Depp filing the suit has nothing to do with their career trouble at Taint when the truth came out about the donations. Yeah. I believe,
even if none of this got out, she would have tanked her career all on her own. These folks are ticking time bombs. It was only a matter of time before TMZ caught her high as crap, abusing a fan, or pulling an Ezra Miller. It was just only a matter of time before she did the deed herself.
Yeah, and I mean, when we were talking about how many movies she's been in, and I've seen a lot of those movies that was listed that she's been in. I don't remember a single time. I don't remember her in any of those movies. So it's not like she is an impactful actress. And I'm not saying I'm the
I didn't have a clue who she was.
But I've seen a lot of movies, and I'm sorry, I don't know who she was. And
I didn't know.
All these people who keep calling her so beautiful, so hot, and I'm just sitting there like, you're saying that in a town that has Scarlett Johansson, that has Megan Fox, that has these A-list gorgeous women, yet you're going to pick her as your queen over these other women, and these other women actually have acting chops. She's literally the high school pretty girl. That's all she is. She's that head.
Also, the high school bully as well,
who liked to pick on the nerds and the people with disabilities and the misfits. That's all she is. There's not that extra something that makes her stand out.
Yeah, I mean, what have we got here? Oh. Don't do that. Alan said the only people that mess around with poop. Yes, you know better to do that.
Or unless they're the poor suckers that have to study the poop. Like people who have to test that.
You know what it made me think of, though, when I read that comment that Alan made? I know you've seen, or I have anyway, documentaries and stuff where they're in the crazy house and the person's playing with their poop. That's what it meant.
One of the oldest and most prevalent things that they say about autism is that real autistics throw their poop at the walls. They've used that to shut us down for freaking years. So because I'm not screaming on the floor and throwing my poop at the wall, I can't be autistic. Like I'm a monkey. Like I'm a freaking monkey.
I hate stereotypes.
Yeah. I mean, but it does make me think of, and it makes me think too, I worked in nursing homes a couple of times throughout the years, and that's something that elderly people do because there's an issue with their brains because they've lost so much control in their lives a lot of times that one of the things they can control is that. And when they go really over over the edge there, that's when they start playing with it. And so, when I say her, I'm thinking there's got to be some mental problems. No normal person does that. That there's something going on in here. I've never heard of anybody saying, "Oh, let's go shit on somebody's bed. We're gonna play a joke."
Okay, let's say she's high school pretty. Fair enough. You think that's the hottest thing in the world. When you hear she pooped on the bed, how in the name of God do you still think that that's attractive?
Yeah.
That's
unless you've got a feces fetish.
Yeah, and I think it was phantasmagorical. It was like she'll end up with the OnlyFans with someone with a fetish like that. Has anybody seen this movie, All the Boys? All the Boys Love Mandy Lane.
No.
Johnny said you should watch that movie. She says she literally played herself in that role, a psychopath.
Interesting.
Yeah, dementia. Yeah.
And as far as that whole Gone Girl thing, I don't know. I guess part of me is like a better Gone Girl than Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, that's true. And,
because she seems like the type that would boil the bunny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's like, just like with the, going back to the video, we all believe that it was more than likely aimed at us. And I feel like that every time, just like when she responded to Adam, I think that whenever she does that, and even taking in like all the subpoenas and stuff, I believe that all of this is just ways to try to still have some kind of control over Johnny.
She comes after us to stick the knife in him. She can't attack him directly, but she has ready access to us, and she's gonna freaking use it.
Yes, exactly, because she can't get to him anymore. He's out living his life, and by doing these things, because she knows how he cares about his fans too, and this is a way that, and like all of the stuff she's doing with the court, which I do believe she does believe all of her what she says now, but I think that the things she's doing pre-trial, I think that is all directed in a way to have some kind of control. And
I don't doubt it. I mean, we're the easy targets, right? Unlike him, a lot of us don't have access to $1 million lawyers.
And yeah, exactly. And
although
she's got somebody paying for hers.
Estimate some of us. I'm just saying, she's got to realize, some of us have connections to important people too.
Yes.
And all she needs to do is mess with the wrong one of us.
Okay, now I haven't seen Zombieland, but Sava's saying I may be crazy, but I see a slight similarity to parts of her stories and her scene in Zombieland. Turning zombie aside,
is that when she dies by toilet lid? Is that when she dies by toilet lid?
I don't know. So I hadn't seen that movie, so I don't know. Have either of y'all seen Zombieland?
No.
Years ago, but I was kind of not really focused on some nobody. I was more just watching Woody Harrelson just basically be himself.
I know, I love Woody Harrelson. Now, I think Janie makes a good comment here. She says she has an insatiable need to continue to abuse him through tweets and attacking his supporters. I think you're spot on there.
Yeah. And here's the thing. She was married to this guy. She knows he doesn't know social media. So who are these attacks about? It's about us. It's not about him. She's saying these things about him, but she knows it's not going to reach him. He's not going to be pulling this stuff up on his phone when he needs someone to help him get into his Instagram account. It's aimed at us. It is.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's aimed at us.
Don't fall to her level.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah.
She wants us to get triggered, I feel like. That she's trying to, but the thing is, we just need to keep the higher hand.
Some of us, and yes, I'm going to point the finger in my direction that if she does trigger me, she's going to wish she hadn't.
I believe it was Jamie that said I wouldn't want to make Miss Tiffany mad. I agree.
Just because I'm not a millionaire doesn't mean that I don't have connections everywhere. I've done what I've done for a very long time. I know a lot of people in high places. So she better just watch who it is she's triggering, because not all of us are just some poor, obsessed, minion-like fans. Some of us know what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, she is coming at us, and every time we respond to her, it's like fueling the fire, and we just need to just let her keep digging. That's the main thing. Let's see what Johnny said here. As Johnny said, she is dangerously career-minded. My career this, my career that. Obviously career-minded. Would stop at nothing to make it, and that's the thing.
Obsessive love. She's obsessive over it, Johnny, you're right.
She kind of reminds me of those old vaudeville femme fatales that you would hear about pushing their rivals down the stairs so they can take the spot that night. That's what she reminds me of.
And all I got are friends in low places.
I'm sorry, but there's a song. There's an old country song. I got friends
in low places. And I mean, and this is a thing: do not contact, threaten, or harass anyone. Doxing will not be tolerated. And I think everybody here pretty well knows that. But if you see any of our community doing that, don't go out in public and say anything to them. Like Tiffany said earlier, DM them and just be like, look, not gonna stop it. And
quit giving a woman ammo, for God's sake. Quit giving her ammo. That's all it is.
Don't give her what she wants.
Yeah, do not give this woman what she wants, because what she wants is to go into court and say, well, see, Judge, they did do this to me. Poor me.
Look, in their own community, they said.
Yeah, and
I'm
so just don't engage her. Leave her alone. Let her do her thing. Let her dig her grave.
I don't need her level of crazy, okay? I don't need her level of crazy. I get gaslit every time I step outside my door and try to go grocery shopping. I don't need her crazy on top of all the crap that people already think about me. Exactly. I really don't. And I don't care what they think about me either. I'm more annoyed when they crowd me.
Well, and like Ika Spice says here, if there's no reaction, her own provocations will be more clearly against her. And that's the thing. Adam Wallman is an attorney.
Hi, Angie.
And he's doing this for a reason. Oh, bye, Angie. And let her react to him. Let her, because he can take that back and hand it to,
Let him be the one who calls her out. He does it the most brilliant out of all of us anyway.
Yes.
So just let him do what he does best. Pop you some popcorn, get some
There you go. Oh, Hen, don't answer it. Don't answer it. But
all I would do is I would answer it, go, nope.
Not today, Satan.
I was just about to say that. Not today, Satan.
Either that, or I would record it and send it to my disability rights lawyer.
Yeah. Bitch, be gone.
Gallett's right too. We all have to be careful what you put on social media, because you don't know who is watching or listening or just looking for something to use against people. That's true. That's true, and it's just best. It's just best for us to get the popcorn, watch, and let her just dig and dig and dig, because she's going to hit the bottom. And I believe that bottom's going to come when she goes to court in Virginia. I mean,
She's not the
outside.
kind that can shut her mouth. She's
Yeah,
not the kind that can just go quiet for her own sake.
Yeah.
Just let her keep talking. Let her keep talking.
Exactly.
It will all come out eventually if you just don't engage and let her talk. Because the more we don't give her what she wants, the more outlandish and more provoking she's going to get. And then we can get a screenshot.
She already does.
Yeah.
When we you know, when we don't give her what she wants, she starts slipping up and bringing everything out there.
She has
yeah,
obviously.
And you know, and the thing is she, oh Lord, I lost my train of thought, y'all. Sorry. That happens. I have that happen every once in a while. I'll be ready to say something and it just goes away. Yes. But oh no, I know what I was gonna say now. All right. So, you know, what like we said earlier, I think that video was aimed at us, but it's funny about the timing of it because it came out right after all that with Jennifer. And so I think too, let her do it. She's got another year to mess up.
Here's the thing though, my question. If that was for us, what made her think we wanted to see her boobs?
I know.
That's my question.
I'm sorry, my daughter was walking in talking. What did you say?
I said, if that video was for us, what in God's name made her think that we wanted to see her tatas?
Exactly.
No, thank you, darling.
I ain't got any glasses to make them look like regular size anyway. I don't have it, and I'm on a live stream. Y'all, I'm sorry. Can you hold on?
Yeah, you're good.
Back flushed and wash my hands for lovely hen. I can't see any of the comments. Let me try and go up a little bit. Phantasmagorical says, at Tammy talks about, can I go see her when she returns to the pole? I'll bring pennies and make it drizzle. Might be a bit of a shitty pole. Let her dig her own grave. Exactly, that's what we all need to be doing. And Joni says, I think there are some heavy, powerful support behind Amber because all of this evidence and nothing. The woman keeps pushing forward. There is some heavy money behind her that talks. There is definitely a big bank account behind her named.
Oh, there has to be. And here's the thing, folks. She is what she is. She's just an actress. She's not a CEO. She's not a senator. She's not a congressman. She's not anyone in and of herself that has any real power in spite of her delusions of grandeur. She's just an actress. She doesn't have the power or the money to be able to continue this campaign on her own. So somebody else has to be stepping in to back her. I mean, that's just facts.
Oh, Big Daddy says, for anyone that missed it, on Friday, he put last night, but we're on Sunday now, love. It was on Friday. Me, Keeley Talks, Sandy Brown, Zach Leary, and Tiffany, and
yes, that was there.
Tiffany was on Justice for Depp's stream reviewing Finding Neverland. And Big Daddy O and Zach had a bit of a drinking challenge, and I'm not going to tell you the winner in case you want to watch it, but it's definitely was very quick. The winner was very, very quick, and let's just say that. Let her dig her hole, Alex says.
Exactly.
She keeps digging. That's it, though. Right, the more that.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're good.
You're good. You're fine, Tammy. The thing is, Adam Wallman, it's definitely peeing her off. I don't know if you agree, Tiffany, but it's really obviously annoying her that he's bringing all the truth and putting the truth out there, and it's triggering her. And the more she gets triggered, the more that she's trying to find things
to show why she's getting. Do you know what I mean? Like she's trying to trigger other people, but we need to not fall to a level or don't play her game. Jane Davis says, I just don't understand why the media is so against Johnny. What are all the powerful people getting out of this, distracting us from something else?
Very well could be.
I also think this. He's the first guy that dared to say no with this Me Too cart running over him because she's using them as a shield. He is literally the first guy in Hollywood. Zod has said it before. He's the first guy that literally stood up to the mob and said, no, I am not going to say I am guilty and apologize for something I did not do. I am not going to give in to this woman's demands. I'm going to have my day. And I think certain people,
she flipped upside down, Tiffany. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw. But anyways, I think certain people don't like the fact that he dared stand up and say, no, I will not apologize. I am not going to back down. I'm not going to bow down to this whole campaign against me because you want to run a narrative. I have my kids, I have my dignity, and I'm not going to take it. And I think they want to punish him for it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Tina was responded to Cherry and said that's why he's never won an Oscar, too. You know,
I agree there. Just so you know, all of you watching, you just seen Tammy go ass over tit live on air.
And I did. But that's the thing. He's called them out. He's called out. I mean, instead of just laying down and saying, okay, well, this movement, you know, it's bigger than me. No, he's like, no, I didn't do this. You're not going to bury me for it. Exactly, humility. They hate him for the same reasons we love him. Hello, South Florida. And that's
when you're having at least, I mean, some of these, they have no integrity. I don't even believe that over half of them believe in the movement.
Yeah, exactly.
It was obviously it was a big power movement to bring powerful standing people down in Hollywood, which at first it was used for the right reasons, but then it became about this, I feel, and about agendas, and its true cause was lost because that was helping real people come out and say, you know, this happened to me as well,
and not just women either. Men were
people in general, women, men, and you know, it was fighting all sorts. It wasn't just fighting MDV, it was fighting racism and homophobia and everything. And then that whole movement just got ruined.
Hijacked.
Yeah, it got hijacked.
You know,
and turned into a gender war.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and the thing is what she's done, all it's done is hurt real victims. That's all it did. I'm sorry. And since she did it so gracefully as well, most people would end up stuck like that for a while, but she was back up right in the flick of
I know I never got that quick when I've been asked over tits. Tell you that now.
And Janie's right. How many people are staying quiet now because they're afraid of the movement that was supposed to help them?
You've literally got guys like Henry Cavill, the guy who plays The Witcher, who refuses to date now because of this. Literally refuses to date.
Yeah. And you know who made all the money, and you know who made the money exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. No, so you're not. It was my phone. Oh no, I seen it do it too.
What happened? Did it just happen on its own, or was just?
It did. I don't know why it didn't, but it did.
think about it, though, this was like one of the first high-profile cases other than Harvey Weinstein for the Me Too movement. So if they were to say that everything she said was wrong, it would make the entire movement, it would make them look like fools.
Yeah. It made them question everybody who was coming out and bringing the info out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and like Tina said, it'll take years to mend this.
If they're made to look the fools, they lose credibility. They lose credibility. They lose their funding.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to fight tooth and nail, regardless of what the facts are, and keep pushing that narrative and keep just saying everything she says is true. Look, look, look. Because if they don't, then they're afraid of the backfire. But the thing is, if he wins this case in Virginia, because let's be honest, we don't know how it's going to go, but let's say he slam dunks it. That's what we're all hoping for. The backfire on them, the attention that's going to be on them is going to be massive. So they have to put in all their effort right now.
Yeah.
In order to try to hold on.
Yeah. And
I know she started. So go on, Tammy.
Go ahead.
No, it's all right. Go on.
Oh, I was just reading what Shalana wrote. She wrote, Brendan Fraser isn't even acting anymore because he came out with a essay story and no one believes him in Hollywood. And that's
I heard about that. That was about a Hollywood bigwig. Talk about legitimate Me Too stories. A Hollywood bigwig groped him when he was filming a movie. And he said no, and he got blackballed. If you remember, back in the 90s, he was in some of the biggest movies of the time.
Yes, and I remember wondering what had happened to him because it was like he was everything. And then all of a sudden,
everywhere.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I loved him.
I know. He was really funny. And it's sad to hear it. Yeah, right. And it is sad. Sad to hear it. And he didn't do anything wrong. Somebody else did. But he lost his career over it.
But you hear nothing about it from people except those who are in our community.
Terry Crews is another one.
Who happen to be his fans too and be, hey guys, you should pay attention to this too. Look what happened to Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
And that was sad because those the Mummy movies, some of the other stuff that he did.
Yeah.
I loved him in the Mummy movies. One of my favourite films growing up. Because I love anything to do with Egypt. Anyway, I know it's
and we've already talked about that.
I love it.
But
that's it. So many people are being silenced. This was an opportunity for real victims to be coming forward and telling their stories and being able to release that from themselves. And it was people. It's like someone just got a big hand and put the hand over the mouth and silenced him. I was just reading.
Yeah, it's been paralyzed. Yeah. When it had, and thanks to people like her, the movement's been kind of paralyzed, and they have plenty of work left to do. And and that's right. That's true.
And when they started excluding men's stories.
Yeah.
When they started excluding men's stories, men can't be abused. When this suddenly became a part of the narrative.
That gets me so annoyed. There's a close friend of my family at the moment. He's a guy and he's going through DV at the moment. Obviously, I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to dox anybody. But today, he's been punched by his girlfriend approximately 15 times, including being headbutted.
Oh.
And he's never hit a woman in his life, and she did it because he was giving a gob, because he has got a bit of a spiteful gob when he goes at it. But I don't care what anyone, you don't need to be violent, you just go away from each other. But this male friend of mine, he has serious mental health, so it's hard for him to differentiate between between narcissism and stuff, and he doesn't realize what he's experiencing is DV, because it's men are put in this stigmatized way that they don't go through DV when they do.
Yeah.
And then you have my poor people over on the disability side, physical and mental. You have people, all they have to say is, well, they have a mental handicap, so it couldn't possibly have happened the way they said. That's what they believe happened, but that's not really happened. You can believe me because I'm a normal person, and they can't be what they said, and that's been used.
Yeah.
Against people like me, and people believe it.
Sorry, Tiffany. This person talking about, this friend of the family, he does have personality disorder, and he is on the autistic spectrum as well. So that could potentially be used against him. But she love bombs him constantly, but she's in his head, if that makes sense. Like, I was trying to explain to one of the mutual friends that she's a very narcissistic person, because my friend was telling me when she's nice, she's lovely, but so was my ex-partner. When he was nice, he was the most amazing person in the world. But when that switch happens, and I just feel so bad for my friend right now, because he can't understand what he's going through properly. He can't even process it in his mind. So yes, men go through this as well, because a man wouldn't hit a woman back. This guy, he would never hit a woman back. So he sat there and took it all, and it's not okay. I'm sorry, it's happened today, Tammy. I'm really emotional about it.
No, you go right ahead.
It's freaking awful. It's freaking awful. And being on the spectrum myself, the reason why I never reported was I knew that family would use my autism against me, because every violent crime somewhere in the newscast, autism or Asperger's, always gets brought up, and that can and will be used against you. Well, it's not what she said. I think she believes that's what happened, but that's not what really happened. This is what happened. And then she got violent, and she would have backed the brother. Even though I saved her life, she would have backed her brother and said it was all me. And because people believe people like me are violent, that people would have bought it. My mom's like, just leave your stuff there. Let's not go back for it. It's not worth it. It's just things. We'll replace them later. And that's what we get to go through. That's what men are having to go through now. And that poor guy, it sounds like he's getting the stick and the carrot, where she'll, of course, use the stick, so to speak, and then use that carrot. She'll flip to that person that she used to be for a few minutes.
Yeah, she does. She love bombs him, and then she does things because he has triggers. Tiffany, he has things that make him tick, but he doesn't get violent. He can get verbally aggressive sometimes, which he finds hard to keep in check. Well, that doesn't mean you deserve to be hit. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know. I have my own.
So so she's said things to him to get him upset, and he said things back. But that's an argument, right? To set that up and go over to him, headbutt him in the face, and punch him 10 to 15 times in the face. I've seen his face, and he's bruised up. And I'm sorry, like I've not spoke to anybody. I'm not the only person I spoke to about this is Gary. Like I've not spoke to Tammy or Tiffany about it yet. So I'm sorry for just throwing it on your stream, Tammy. But it's only it's today that I've been given this news, and it's really upset me, because this is the thing, right? People think that only women go through DV, and even men don't even call themselves as a DV victim half the time when they go through this.
There's a sense of shame. There's a sense of shame, because what do they always say? Man, take control of your woman. All the time.
And like comment I had a while ago when they were talking about the statement that AH made to Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny. Tell him you're a victim. Tell him to believe you. And that's the problem. And it's people like her that are making it harder in what was already an almost impossible situation for them to do anything. And it's just, I wish I had the answers.
It's heartbreaking because I don't know her past, John. I don't know her past. I just know this person, this male friend of mine, is like family to me. He's like a brother to me, and I've known him all my life, and he doesn't talk about his feelings often, and even because like we was having a joke, right, and I said, I guess something that he's going through, and he went, "Oh, do you know that?" And I went, "Oh, I'm psychic." We were just having a joke. He said, "If you're so psychic, tell me who battered me today." And because he finds it hard to process things and tell you, in that, so he finds it hard to have that social communication. So at first he was trying to bring it off in a way that weren't too serious. And when he told me, like, I'm a very calm person, but I went, you effing what? It got me so wound up, like, to hear him to turn around and say, "Oh, I'll never hit a woman." No, you won't ever hit a woman. That's fine. Nobody should ever hit anybody. But she should not be hitting you. She should be in a prison cell right now for assaulting you. He can't wrap his head around it properly, though. She's got that hold on him.
Well, it's like that comment that somebody made a while ago.
Try me hardest to not say names and docs.
I can tell you something. You mentioned that he was on the spectrum, right?
He's on the spectrum.
One of the number one things people use on us is, if you look like you're getting ready to leave, well, who will ever want you? I mean, you're disabled. You're broken. You're broken. Nobody else is going to want someone who's broken. That's something we get to hear, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's definitely not. He's not broken.
No, none of us are, but they use it.
No.
Oh boy, they get inside your head with it.
John wants to know if he can film her. Would he think to do it? Is that something he might would think to do?
Or recorder. Pull JD recorder.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there. I will mention it to him. He doesn't generally use smartphones. He uses them little throwaway ones. Because he can't be bothered with people with social media, and when his phone's constantly beeping, you can't cope with it. But I'll see if he's got. Because sometimes he does have one. So I'll mention that to him. I don't know how often this is. I just know that it's happened today. I don't know if it's happened before. I do know that she has purposefully found, hit his triggers before now. Like, she knows, do you know what I mean? Like, purposefully said things.
All of us, we got our triggers. I've got mine. And if you hit those triggers, especially if that person's on the spectrum, she can provoke a meltdown if she's not careful. No matter how unphysical she is, if she hits that right button, they can provoke a meltdown, and they can use that against you.
Yeah, I feel that's what she's doing. I feel that she's trying to make him snap. Not just meltdown, but snap, because he's had really bad mental breakdowns in the past, where he's had to go hospital. When his mind's not been able to take it that much, it's just gone, and it's like he sees red, but he's never hit anybody when he's been like that. He's smashed things up, but he's not.
That's a thing.
He's not gone for people like that. So I'm just trying and support him in the best way I can. But this is like another thing that is pushing me towards this now. It's like it's not just my story that's affecting me now. It's people in my life that I'm seeing that are going through this. Somebody who's so close to me, who's confided in me, and it's. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say I'm still here, but I just need to turn my camera off a minute. But he's in. It worries me. Do you know what I mean? It worries. He messaged me. He messaged me today, tell me right, and I feel like it was a cry for help because I didn't understand what he said, what he meant. He's close to me. He's close to my children. He said, if anything ever happens to me, will you make sure that my mum and my kids know that I love him? My kids.
Oh my
make
God.
sure and I thought, what? So I rang him, and he said, I said, why are you asking me that? Why? Because I was worried, thinking he was suicidal when saying that. So I rang him up. I said, why are you saying that to me? He said, well, if anything happens where it takes me out, will you make sure that my family know that I love them? And that that scares me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's coming to tell you that to me, that scares me. I'm sorry. I feel like I put a big downer on everything.
Well, is he in contact with his family or anything?
Yeah, he's in contact, but he doesn't communicate with him in that way. Like, I'm probably one of the only people who he's told. I don't know if he's told anybody else.
He needs to get out before something happens, before she triggers something. He needs to get out now. I've watched way too many of my fellows die. I've had to read that list way too many times, and this is the behavior of those that I read out on that list on Disability Day of Mourning. This is real, guys, and he needs to get out, whatever means necessary. If he needs any help at all, I don't know what links are out there in Manchester for people on the spectrum for emergency housing. I know we have it out here, but whether he needs to come to your house, whether he needs to go to his parents and open up to them about what's going on, he needs to get out now.
No, he does. I'm going to try and push him in the right direction, because obviously they have adult social services. I know that they're not always on point, but hopefully if I can get him the right support, he'll be able to get, because obviously he is on the spectrum and he has got personality disorder as well. So he should be having a social worker to help him live independently at the moment anyway, because he struggles with his finance. So I don't know if he's got a bit of codependence there, and she's made him feel like he can't live, without her and stuff like that. He needs that support to be independent. I feel I'm going to try and get it for him. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of resolutions.
No, there's systems.
You're getting a lot of suggestions in the chat. I don't know if you are noticing it, but you're getting a lot of stuff in there.
Get a hold of me in my DMs or on WhatsApp. I'll do some digging, because there are supports out there. There's CIs that they're called community integrators here in America that will come and help him with his groceries, help him budget things correctly. There are things that can be done.
I know it has to be the right person, though, because he struggles with
Keeley, you see what Cherry just sent you this? She wanted me to make sure I get that to you.
Okay, so thank you.
All right, I'm gonna copy it down right quick.
I can't have him on my sofa. I don't know if any of you know, but I've got 3 children, and I only live in a terrace home. I can't have I'm a fully grown man just living on my couch. Do you know what I mean? My kids, this is my kids' house, but I'm going to support him to get help. I know a few of you have suggested that. I wish I could, but there's just not the room in my home to be having anybody up at the minute. There's only a little house here, but I will be getting him the support. Like I said, he's very close to my family. Like our families are like the same. Do you know what I mean? Like he classes my family as his family, and I class his family as my family, so I can communicate. We grew up together, so I can communicate with around my, like, put it one way, my dad's one of 10, so I've got a big family. So I've got people there who can help support, who I've got the room.
And and that
I don't want it to sound joyful, you know.
Yeah, and the what Cherry sent you is for male DV victims in the UK, and it's mankind.org.
Let me just screenshot so I can remember that.
Yeah, I've got it wrote down too. I went ahead and wrote it down. And Shalana's, go ahead and get a screenshot of that too. Shalana's got some numbers for over there. And you're right, Dan. Everyone should have a safety plan. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he should have a safety plan, and he should have the right support there. But what I was trying to explain a minute ago is that he has to find the right support worker. He can't have people just telling him what to do, because if someone tells him what to do, he won't. He has like avoidance disorder. I forgot what it's called now. He has been diagnosed with that as well, Tiff. I can't think what it's called. You know, when somebody tells you what to do, you purposely won't do it, but it's what's it called? Let me try and find what it's called. I know he's been diagnosed with this as well, but anyway, he can't have people just like, if a man was saying to him, do this, do that, he literally will not do it, because he'll feel like that he's being pressured. So he has to be supported in the right way. So it's about that, because I know that people tried to get in social workers before, but and support workers. He did have a support worker at one point, but he didn't manage to bond with him in the correct way.
It really does have to be done in the right way. Some of us disabled folk, we got a chip on our shoulder the side of Texas. I know I did. I literally had to go through a few CIs until I found the right one that I didn't feel was condescending down to me.
Yeah.
So
I always take things the wrong way. So, well, y'all, I think since defiance disorder,
it's called pathological demand avoidance disorder. It's part of the under the autistic spectrum.
Well, I think maybe we ought to go ahead and start winding things down to let Keeley have some time. What I'd love to see, which I've already seen a lot of it in the chat, everybody just kind of send some love out to these two wonderful ladies, because
I come back on.
You know, Keeley's going through stuff, and Tiffany has been through things. So everybody just send some love out to these girls, and you know, because we all use a little bit more love in our lives. And I want to end up with some love. You know, we laugh here, we talk serious here.
I know we're not. Sometimes we have such a big laughter, but sometimes we do need that serious talk, because it's
needed. We all go through things. I mean, that's the thing. All of us go through things, and and sometimes we just need a little love. So, yeah, and they're pouring it out. Everybody's pouring out love and strength to you, and thank you, everybody. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Right, you're all so lovely, and I'm sorry for putting a downer on you. We normally have so much laughter on these Sunday streams. I'm so sorry.
That's what we're here for.
Don't you dare apologize, dear. Don't you dare apologize. You needed to get that out.
Yeah, and look at all the love you're getting. You know, everybody. That's the thing about this family, and there's so much love here, and we're here for each other. That's what we do.
And the
Even
network
though,
that you have access to, and therefore he has access to through all of us, is an incredibly beautiful thing. There is hope out there. This is a large network of people with a lot of different things that we can look into in order to get him the help that he needs to get him out of that situation.
Yeah.
yeah,
I hope so. I'll be definitely talking to you, Tiff, behind the scenes.
yeah.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you, buddy. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like Di said here, that's what we're all about. And I guess just allowing people to help you is never a bad thing. This is definitely a good place to open up, and that's true. I mean, this is family. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for. Yeah. Hey, if it's okay. I'm sorry, we're kind of finishing up, but and that's the thing. This family is so amazing, and an injury to one is an injury to all. Yeah, and you're hurting, and so it don't matter how much we laugh. It don't matter what we talk about here. I don't want anybody here hurting. I want everybody to feel safe. I want if there's something we can do, we'll do it. And I mean, look at all the support you got and all the suggestions you got. So it might
I
not
need to
solve
reach him
the
back.
problem, but it's yeah. So you've got some options you can go to him with now, and
Yeah.
and so I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to end here so that Keeley can hang up and go and talk to him and get some things taken care of. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the support. Thank y'all for loving Keeley. She's my friend and I love her, so I don't want to see her sad. So thank y'all all for everything. Had a great
I love you
time.
all.
Yeah. Sending love to all of you. And we will see you next week, okay? Bye.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye.